Quite the entertaining scrap in there tonight. I mean, that was a fun one to watch. Is it the type of fight that you were expecting coming in?
Yeah. I think that's just. I always think like, okay, we've been working on a little bit more like technique, a little bit more angles, but at the end of the day, I like to fight, so it kind of ends that way for me just about every time.
It looked like you were having a lot of fun out there tonight. I mean, not that you don't normally, but even more so. I just wonder. I mean, talking going on. Was that anything to do with the environment, or just what was going on tonight?
So, I talk a lot when I fight, when I spar, but I think just the absence of the crowd, and like I want to entertain the fans, so let's give them a little bit more.
You actually stood and flexed at one point for a second. Was that? It seemed like it coincided with the commentators saying that you look big. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I heard DC, so I had to flex on him.
Fantastic. How did you feel about the course of the fight? I mean, obviously he's a tough guy, and he was having some good moments as well. So, how did you feel like the fight was playing out as it was going on?
Yeah, Borg is an awesome fighter. He's a former title challenger, but I feel like I controlled the fight, and I did what I thought I definitely won the fight. And then when I heard one judge give to him, I was pretty scared because I'm coming off of 2 losses, so I cannot take a 3rd loss in a row. You never know what's going to happen with your job when you take 3 in a row. So there was a split second where I'm like, what is about to happen? But I was totally confident that I got the win though.
Yeah, you mentioned the 2 losses. I know how much they burned you. Did it affect the way you came in mentally tonight? I mean, was there any kind of a pressure on you or a thought in the back of your head?
I don't feel the pressure in that way, but like there was a split second just the other day. It was like it hit me like, shit, if I do lose, like I could lose my job, so, but like you can't let that get to you. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do what I do. I know at the end of the day I know how to fight and I know how to be entertaining, and I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
Yeah. Last thing for me, as you said, very entertaining fight over a big name and a former title challenger. So what's next for you? Now you get to call some shots that you're not losing, right?
Yeah, well, before this fight, I signed a new contract with the UFC, so I was super happy about that. What's next is I don't, during these crazy times, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind staying busy. I recently started training with Team Oyama, as well as my team in Portland, American Top Team. So I've been adding that team to my game, and Coach Oyama's been helping me a lot. So I'm just gonna keep getting better. I'm 16-3. I mean, that's still a damn good record, and I'm gonna keep improving. And I would like to fight again soon.
Ricky, right here in front of you. You said you were doing a lot of talking. Did he say anything back?
Yeah, a little bit. Borg's a gamer. I was definitely talking probably a little bit too much, but I'm always getting tagged in his stuff, and he said he was too. He said because you look like me, and I said I'm older than you. You look like me.
You mentioned you could hear Cormier in there. Could you hear the commentary during the fight while it was going on?
Bits and pieces. Maybe if I shut up a little bit, I could have heard more. But yeah, I could hear for the most part. It's crazy. It's crazy not like being in front of the crowd, and it kind of reminded me. Looking at this whole thing, I was thinking like Contender Series all over again. Yeah. Short notice fight. And not really in front of a crowd. So it's kind of how I thought about it coming in, and it was very similar.
And then Borg's obviously fought at 125, 135. He's missed weight a few times at 125, but he says he thinks he can make that weight. Did he feel like a 125 in there that just wasn't cutting weight?
I feel really strong at bantamweight division. So I mean, he felt strong. He felt fine, but I definitely had a size advantage on him. And I'm short, guy, so if I can see the top of your head, maybe you should go back down.
Is the mullet coming back after this one?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe with a couple more wins, it'll start. My cousin Vince Morales.
Are you surprised at how much people gravitate to when they saw you on Virtual Media Day? People were like, "Where did his mullet go?" Were you surprised at the reaction?
No, because I think because I came into the UFC with the mullet. I just started growing it right before I got in, and I held it out strong for 2 years. But man, that thing was banging. It was long. I even cut 5 inches off of it. It was long though, and my wife would tell me I was ugly every day, so I got tired of it.